Welcome back, Southern California, AM 1220 KHTS and FM 98.1. Show's Fred Arnold with David Cantrell. Welcome back, David.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm really looking forward to our next guest.
Yep, Bill Miranda. Bill Miranda is Mayor Pro Tem for the city of Santa Clarita. He's going to be the mayor, and we are going to have a party in December.
And absolutely. Bill, did I tell you how nice you look today?
Well, I honestly used to be a Rolling Stone, so the music was just right, and I'm wearing my city polo shirt, which I wore for your show. So hey, we're looking good.
Attaboy.
So I got a question. Are you wearing cool socks? Because our boy here, Patty, across the way, Patty, welcome.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Now this is Bill. This is Mayor Pro Tem Miranda.
Yes.
Or Mr. Miranda.
Mr. Miranda. I will refer to him as such.
He said he's wearing some cool socks. So what are you wearing, Bill?
Hey, you sound like the State Farm commercial.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
It's cool
Khaki.
socks Thursday.
No. I'm wearing shorts and no shoes, no socks,
That's where you need to be.
and a city polo.
Oh, so let's talk about emergency response. We got fires around. Luckily, we don't have any threatening our city. But, Bill, if that were to happen, what's the protocol we have in the city during those challenging times?
Well, what actually did happen last year when we had the tick fire, we had to evacuate 30,000 people last year.
I remember.
A lot of people don't remember that, but we evacuated 30,000 people. We had them at College of the Canyons, and we had them at some of the high schools, at some of the community centers. We did whatever we could to house as many of them as possible. Many of them found housing on their own, of course, but we have plans in place for all kinds of emergencies, and we set up what we call a command center, where you have all the responders in one place, not all the responders, but the people leading all the responding agencies, all in one place so that they all hear the same thing at the same time, and they all have the same information, and they can work on the same data at the same time. So we're not off, one hand doesn't know what the other hand is doing. We are really coordinated, and that comes from a long time ago, as you may remember, from the Northridge earthquake, when, thanks to Carl and Jerry Goldman and KHTS, which was our lifeline during that time, that comes from after that after the Northridge earthquake, we had to put together, a group that said, let's do lessons learned. You do that all the time, Fred, in your organization. Every time you do something, you meet with your staff and you do lessons learned.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we as a city did that, and the lessons learned were, we need to have a command center. We need to have everybody getting the same information at the same time and sharing the information with the important agencies.
I remember a story that our current city manager was telling, Ken Striplin, one time. And I'm probably messing the story up a little bit. But it was, they had the major, remember when they shut down, they had that big rig that crashed in the tunnel over by the 514?
Yeah, that was good.
I think it was they had that, and then either a week later or the same weekend or within the same time, they had fires going on. And I think he was the assistant city manager, or it was just becomes, and I think he was the assistant, and Ken Polstrump was gone for the weekend.
Of course.
but they had the infrastructure in place to make it happen.
Yeah.
And I think that's what this city council has done so well. I want to talk about something specifically, Mr. Miranda, and that is reserves. For years we've been building our reserves and how important it is to build reserves. And people would always ask, Dave, why can't we spend that money on a new park or on this or that or this or that? And now tax revenues are down. Right? And we can tap into that if we have to.
Yeah, we are financially sound. We are absolutely financially sound. We're in the best shape of most of the cities in the state of California, if not all of them. And we do have a reserve. Now, when you mention, park, we just opened a new park over in Plum Canyon at Skyline.
Oh, yeah. I remember. Yeah, I saw that.
That's a brand new park. Okay. We, earlier this year, I think it was earlier this year, it might have been the end of last year, with this coronavirus, all our timing is off. But we rebuilt the Canyon Country Park and made it a special needs park. So we put a lot of money into that. And, same with the parks and recreation area right now, we're looking at the ice skating rink. The ice skating rink had to close.
Yeah.
And we're looking at the possibility, we don't have any, but the possibility of buying it so that our citizens can continue to recreate with ice skating rinks. And by the way, the ice skating rink is one of the most popular sites in the city.
Right. Yeah, it is.
That is so true.
Yeah,
because on a hot day you go to it.
Yeah.
Plus they have all the teams. Let me just tell you something, Bill. And I shared this with Bill actually before. Bill and I. Bill's my buddy, man.
Right,
I love this guy. And whenever I need wisdom, I talk to Bill. And I was telling him that my friend from Northern California, like the ice skating rink, that is well known throughout California and the nation as one of the finer rinks in Southern California to bring their teams to. When they bring their teams to it, they bring hotel rooms and they bring the individuals to eat at the restaurants.
Yeah, it's a huge influx of money for us.
So I want to encourage you, Bill, to take that information back because it is so important that we try to preserve that, at least from my perspective, as a needed asset for our city.
Absolutely. We've been working very hard on that, and we'll see what happens over the next month or two. But I'm hoping for good things.
Yeah, I think it'll be fantastic. So we talked about parks. We also opened up a new fire station, right? Within the last 6 months.
We did. Fire Station 104. It's over on Golden Valley Parkway on the way to the senior center. If you want to help out, get people to go to the senior center and volunteer, deliver food to seniors. They're always in need of volunteers. So go up to the senior center, and while you're going up the hill, up Golden Valley, on the left, you'll see the new fire station.
Yeah, it's
wonderful, state of the art.
And not only is that state of the art, but I just want to throw in another plug for the senior center. I mean, if anything, just go up there and take a look at that place. It is magnificent, and I guarantee you'll definitely want to help out and volunteer somewhere. That's for sure.
Yeah, Bill.
Absolutely.
Bill, anything new on? There's a lot of new construction projects and stuff approved. What about Costco? Is that still moving forward? Has there been any movement on that or any status update you could share with us that you would know?
Yes, it's still moving forward. They were scheduled, so Corona hasn't really disrupted the schedule. They were scheduled to start remodeling or construction, if you will, toward the end of this year. So I don't know if that's October, November, but in that time frame, they're scheduled to start getting out the hammer and chisel and getting to work.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's on schedule.
Yeah. I want to bring back to one thing. We only have about 3 minutes, Bill, but with the coronavirus, we're finding a lot of people out there walking. Mm-hmm. And one of the most brilliant things, I think, the decisions that were made by the city was allowing our citizens to not closing the Paseo system, not closing our trail system, leaving it open, and for crying out loud, people weren't gathering on that. They were walking on that, or they were riding their bicycles on it. And let's talk about the trail system and the Paseo system. We have miles and miles and miles. I think it's one of the gems of our city.
Absolutely. I mean, that's one of the reasons many of us moved here is the ability to have all of this right nearby. Many of us, a large percentage of us live within easy walking distance to Paseo. And either bike riding or walking or running or driving a stroller like I used to do when my grandkids were little. It's just a great way to get around, get exercise, get some fresh air. And so we insist that's a major part of our community, and we're going to keep those open.
Yeah. Let's talk about.
And we're going to let people walk. Look, I know masks are important, but many people can't walk, and you just have to take this, with a grain of salt if you want to. But many people can't walk with a mask. Okay. Now, you're a triathlete, Fred. Dave, you're an all-around, all-American athlete, I'm sure. Because
Sure.
You're in some kind of shape, man.
Yeah.
Standing next to Fred, you look like Adonis.
Bill, that was 50 years ago.
Yeah, right around there.
All right, was that a little over the top?
He was a pole vaulter and a football player in high school.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so.
There you go. Okay. So, but the point I'm making is that many people were not regular athletes and regular walkers or runners or anything like that. And so when they go out into the paseo wearing the mask, they get shortage of breath and things like that. And so, if we insist on them wearing masks while they're walking, they're not going to walk.
Yeah.
So, and it's very important, especially with seniors and people who are not especially in, good physical shape, to get out and get some fresh air and get out of the house. So we're not going to close those.
Absolutely.
Well, Mayor Pro Tem Miranda, thanks for coming on.
Thanks. We really appreciate it,
thanks for coming
sir.
in. When's that special day that we're going to be able to welcome you as the new mayor?
Well, as they say, God willing, and the creek don't rise, it'll be sometime in December, early December, the first council meeting in December. And to be honest with you, I don't know what the date is.
Wonderful.
Well, we look forward to it,
We'll
Bill.
see you soon, Councilman and Mayor Pro Tem Bill Miranda. Well, hope you enjoyed this last hour, AM 1220, FM 98.1. On behalf of my partner, Dave Cantrell, have a great week.
Thanks, guys.